Alright guys, we're back for a third video for the day. We're not going to try and ramble so much in this one, although it's a bit hard with the topic, but let's jump into it.
Well,
Andrea...
wait. This one's the triple upload.
The what?
The triple upload.
Oh, yes. The triple upload? The three? What? Huh? What?
Oh my god, don't you know? You know, every time the quartering he does his third video, he goes triple upload. Like that.
Yes. Triple upload! We do this daily almost, so I don't know why he makes such a big deal out of 3 videos. The quartering dude, seriously? Do some more freaking work. I love your videos, but do more work, okay? I'm sick of pulling your weight, but let's jump into this. Alexandria...
There's a fair bit of weight there too, from what I hear.
He is a little bit cuddly. Quartering dude, we love you, but seriously. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, I'm getting that wrong, but I don't care. She's a communist. Proposes 70% taxation to pay for Green New Deal. Yes, that's right. This is not a typo. And this is not the Breitbart blowing things out of proportion, because CNN is also reporting on this exact same thing. I will find the link for you guys while I talk about it. So yes, this chick, this Senate, people actually voted for her. She wanted 70% tax to pay. Like, holy shit. Like,
and like, what is this? Like a green thing? What?
Yeah, so let me post this. Here is CNN quoting the exact same thing. Fox News, CNN, everybody is talking about this, about her wanting 70% tax for wealthy to fund climate change. This girl...
Just on the wealthy?
I don't know. We haven't got into the story yet. But...
I mean, I'm actually not that against it for like the filthy rich, but then again,
well,
people will call me a communist for saying that.
Yeah, you're starting to get a little bit communist here, man. You want me to send you a hammer and sickle in the mail?
Well, I mean, I've moved 3 notches to the left in 2 months. It's a bit scary.
Yeah,
I did my political compass test. I'm like, whoa, I'm actually to the left of Sargon. What the hell?
I know. This guy is actually more left than Sargon. I originally wanted him on the show because he's supposed to be more right than me, and at the moment, he's more left than Sargon. I'm thinking about, okay, Sargon, if you want to jump on the show, I'm going to need a new second host, because apparently this guy's not cutting it anymore, alright? He's too far to the left. He's a communist.
I might as well go join Antifa at this point.
But anyway, let's jump into the story. But yeah, apparently Saigon is more right than... Well, I think he's more right than me at the moment, so holy shit. Saigon, man, what are you doing? But let's jump into the story. He'll be running the alt-right before long. Newly installed Republican Alexandria something Cortez.
It's Alexandria Ocasio Cortez.
That one. Okay, I'm not good at pronouncing names, all right? And
no, I know.
Yeah, but moving along. It's called for 70% taxation on the wealthy as a way to pay for her Green New Deal, which proposes to the use of government to create new jobs by investing in renewable energy. Okay, so without getting into any of the detail, I like renewable energy. I've got solar on my house. Don't worry, you can't dox me. Over 500,000 people have it. But I was going to say, a lot of people in Australia have it because we have this thing in the sky that wants to kill us called the sun. But I was going to say, I like the fact that she wants to put it into renewable energy. But there's a huge problem with taxing the wealthy, and we'll get to that in a sec. So, in an interview set to air on Sunday on CBS News, 60 Minutes, Cortez, who has begun referring herself to the nickname OAC, oh my god, told Alison Cooper that the Green New Deal would require a lot of rapid change that we don't even conceive as possible right now. My faith in humanity is lost. She wants to rapidly change to a deal that isn't possible right now. Is that what she wants?
Yeah, it's not possible at all. Because the problem with rapid renewable energy change is you end up what's happening in South Australia, for instance, where the people there are paying 55 cents a kilowatt hour in Australian dollars. South Australia is the most expensive electricity in the world at the moment. They have, the beautiful thing where they have like the big Elon Musk batteries, and it's just wow and lovely and green and tree hugging. But the people there are still dying in the winters and getting heat stroke in the summers. So, I mean, it doesn't work. And I don't agree with any of this. I don't even care for solar. I'm all about, clean coal. And yes, clean coal does exist. Look it up. Europe is doing it.
Yes.
Anyway.
Even Australia is actually doing it too, to be honest.
Not enough.
No. But they have been converting a lot of the coal plants to basically what comes out of the stack for the coal power stations is actually just hydrogen. It's just steam. That's all it is. The coal is actually, and this is what we found out when we were on your old Discord, is actually stored into a container of like, and it's actually removed. So it doesn't go into the atmosphere. This whole carbon dioxide, global warming, all that sort of, it's all crap. It's the power plants are not going to cause, it's steam. You probably are doing the exact same damage to the ozone layer by having a shower. It's just on a smaller scale, that's all.
You can even capture the hydrogen too. Honestly, some plants in Europe capture the hydrogen.
Okay, nice.
I don't know what they use it for. I mean, hydrogen cars could be a thing in the future. I don't know. Although there is a market for hydrogen, so it can be and used for other things.
True. What about hydrogen generators and stuff? Can you make it into power stations?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot you can do with hydrogen. There's a market for it. It's used in a lot of things. It's also it can make things go boom, but it's also a precursor. It can be used for creating other things.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of products that have hydrogen as a precursor in the makeup of it. Some medicines even. So
All right, let's keep going with the story because we promised we weren't going to ramble so much on this one. Including tax rates to a marginal rate of 70% as it is in the 1960s. And how did that go for the economy? Moving along. AOC referred to the 70% rate on people at the tippy toes as the rich merely paying their fair share of the tax burden, which is a complete load of crap because they are paying their fair share. She compared to the New Green Deal other radical policies like President Abraham Lincoln signing the Emancipation Proclamation and President Franklin D. Roosevelt launching Social Security in the New Deal. As a Breitbart News has noted, the Greens' New Deal is in fact an old idea first championed by President Barack Obama's green jobs craze Van Jones. It even seems it seeks to implement classic socialist policies of state-run enterprises, include using the pretext of an environmental crisis. To that end, proponents often exaggerate the threat of climate change and other environmental challenges. AOC herself has warned of a catastrophic climate disaster unless the United States moves to 100% renewable energy sources in the next 10 years. I thought we've already had that movie. Didn't we have that movie with Al Gore?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Not well.
Cool. Moving along. In comparison, California, the most ambitious state in green energy policy, has merely set itself a goal of 100% renewables by 2045, more than 25 years away. Obama's Green Jobs program was a notable failure, with many investors failing to pay off most notably the solar panel company Sorin, might be mispronouncing, which failed after Obama's Vice President Joe Biden and others held it up as a model. Okay, so like I said, I have solar panels on my roof. Okay, I'm fine with people minimizing their income or their footprint by having home solar kits. I think the government should go through and should encourage people to buy solar. It's a great thing. It reduces your power bills during the day, especially in Australia. It saves a whole stack of money off your electricity bill. I haven't had to pay electricity bill in 5 years. It's great. Although I have been running the aircon a lot this month, so ask me then. But like I say, at the end of the day, generally my bills are in credit. That is great for me. And it's great for the environment because I'm producing my own electricity. However, getting the rich to pay 70% of tax will lead America to become the next Venezuela.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you go through and you tax the rich 70%, what are they going to do? Do you think
leave the country?
Exactly. Do you think the rich are going to sit there and say, well, boy, just gosh, it's just me having to pay my fair share? Or do you think they might think, stuff this and leave?
Well, they would just leave the state, honestly. I think they just move their offices and everything out of California, wouldn't they?
Well, is this a California thing or is this a American thing?
She's in the Senate. So that would be the whole of USA, right?
I don't know. I don't know if this would affect the whole USA or just California.
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea. Maybe someone in the comments can clarify that for us.
Yeah, I don't know how this would go. And she's New York, so, it might just affect New York. Or it could affect the whole state. It could affect the whole country. This would lead, if it affected the whole country, people would just leave the country. Investors would dry up and people would leave.
Wait a minute. Is she a bird brain? Because America doesn't have an energy problem. They have over 100, I think it's like 104, 105 nuclear energy power plants.
Yeah.
Why do they need to worry about this?
They don't.
Because they're going from clean energy to clean energy. Because nuclear is clean energy. I mean,
you got the waste, but.
Well, yeah, but then again, you can process the waste properly, not bury it in barrels in the bottom of the ocean where it then leaks in 10 years. That's dumb.
Yeah, if you want to save the environment, switch to nuclear and force companies to go through and to repurpose, is it? What do they call it when they...
Yeah, and another thing that a lot of people don't know about is the fact that when you use the rods, when they are spent, you also get a byproduct known as plutonium. And plutonium can be reused either in weapons or in other reactors that are used, plutonium reactors, which generate energy again. So you can go through stages of using this energy. It's so clean. It's amazing.
There is actually another material. You don't have to use uranium. You can use... It's something that sounds similar to uranium. It's like turanium or something like that, right? It's a material that is very similar to uranium, but it doesn't have the nuclear capabilities.
Oh, you're talking about tritium.
Tritium, is it? Something like that.
I think it can. Yeah, I think you can use tritium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a good idea to use molten salt. The molten salt reactors are pretty damn good too. We should be doing that. China's going to have them before America and Australia. It's embarrassing.
And apparently, something like 80% of all uranium deposits have this other material. The only reason people say that we use uranium is because the government wants a reason to dig it out of the ground so they can build bombs with it. You have a whole bunch of people mining this other material. The government's going to be like, well, we need uranium. And they're like, what for? The nuclear power station. No, it doesn't work. So people say the only reason why we went to uranium was so the government could get mining companies to dig up the nuclear stuff to build the atomic bombs. It's sort of like an excuse, like, oh, well, we got it out of the ground anyway, we might as well use the weapons-grade stuff to build bombs. You know, waste not, what not, but if we were to use this other material, well, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I was going to say, these other reactors that people talk about, apparently it's almost impossible for them to go nuclear meltdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So why aren't we using those? If you want to save the environment, use this new material, or this new material that people are suggesting. But you know, let's face it, the Democrats aren't that smart, I suppose. I don't know. Because let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on her wanting to taxation or to tax people 70% for the wealthy? Do you think it would cause a Venezuela? Do you think that the rich people would just leave America and then come to Australia, which, hey, welcome? Or do you think at the end of the day, do you think this will never pass? Would this just be a New York thing, or would it be the state, or would it be the whole US? Let me know what this whole tax deal is and what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new, channel welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube.